The home page of the Woodbury University Library website has a new releases carousel. Here you'll see cover images, book titles, and authors for the new releases that have been manually entered into the carousel. You'll see also a previous and next button that takes you to the beginning and end of the carousel selection. So I noticed this last entry that the author's name is last and then first, whereas the other ones are first name first. So I'd like to make this consistent, so I need to edit this item. To do so, I go into the left admin menu under Manage, and I go to Carousel, and I choose the first item here, Carousel. This brings up a list of the existing items in the carousel. I find merchandising of fashion products, and I have two options, Edit and Delete. I'll choose Edit. I go to the author's name, and I change it from Kincaid Doris to Doris Kincaid. And I scroll down to the bottom of the page and click on Save. When I go back to the home page, and I go to the end of the carousel, I see that the author's name is now Doris Kincaid. Notice when I click on the image of the book in question that it takes me into that book's catalog record in the Circe catalog. In order to get this to work properly, I need to have a persistent URL. Notice that the keywords are here in the URL. In order to do this, I can't use the Circe Catalog's search itself. I need to go back to the Woodbury website, back to the home page, and I need to use the search widget at the top of the home page because the URLs for this search widget will result in a persistent URL for the book itself. So I'm looking for a book called Michelle Style, and it's in the title. Click on Go. And that brings me the items record in the Circe catalog. And you'll notice that Michelle Style is here in the URL, and that tells me I have a persistent link. So now I've got the URL. And I go back here, and I go back to the left menu under Manage, under Carousel. I have Add Carousel Item. And the title of the book is Michelle Style, Celebrating the First Lady of Fashion. Oh, I forgot the author's name. Mandy Norwood. And the link is that persistent URL that I copied from that page. Oh, I need to get the image, so I'll go back to that catalog entry, and I just drag and drop the image onto my desktop. I'm going to change the name to make it more appropriate. Go back to the Woodbury website, and from previous screencasts you'll remember how to load an image. This is a new file. Call it Michelle Style. Notice that we already have a carousel covers directory for you, so you can add all your new carousel covers there, keep everything neat. Browse, add Michelle, hit submit, hit finish. So I've added my title. I notice that's required because of the red asterisk. I've got the author, and I've got the image. I've got the link to the catalog entry. I need to assign it to a category. New releases means that this item will be placed in the carousel for new releases. Woodbury has chosen to only have the one carousel. If it were to choose so, it could have carousels featuring audiobooks, ebooks, videos, whatever. Weight affects the sort order of the item within the category. Right now, it's in chronological order with the items added most recently at the back of the carousel. So I'm going to leave this alone for now because that's fine. This text field here, you can please ignore that. Go down to the bottom of the page, click on Save. This shows my carousel item. To see it in the carousel, I go back to the home page. And because this was the most recently added item, I click on the Next, and it takes me to the item that I just added. If I click on the cover, you'll see it brings up the item record right in the CRC catalog. However, you'll notice that this very long title took all the space for the title and the author, and so the author's name isn't showing up. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to edit this item by going back to the left menu, clicking on Carousel, finding Michelle Style in the list, clicking Edit. I'm going to get rid of everything after the colon there. And I'll click on Save at the bottom of the page. Go back to the home page. Scroll down, click on Next. And now I see Michelle Style, the title, and the author showing. Now, if in future you were to have more than this one carousel and you wanted to create a new category, you go to the left admin menu. Under Carousel, you have Carousel Categories. Click on that. Under Current Page, you click on Add Term. And for example, you could have staff picks. You can add a description if you like. Click on Save. Go back to the list. I see the staff picks is now an option. So if I were to add a carousel item, under Category, Staff Picks is now a choice for me. And there you have your new releases carousel. You have the ability to edit existing entries and add new entries. Have fun, kids!